Islam. Arise, giving all praise due to Allah, the Father of the universe, the great God of the universe. Arise, giving highest honor to his prophet, Noble Drew Ali, the father and founder of the Moorish Science of America, the Moorish Divine Movement, and the Moorish American nation here on the shores of North America. I also give highest respects to all those true leaders, all those true followers and members, all those true people, those true spirits and true souls that have followed Allah from the beginning until the end of time. Now, I've been demonstrating on this 2 series, the World is All series, and another phrase that I've mentioned earlier is the term convert or be conquered. And in saying the term convert or be conquered, the first thing we identify was that we're saying convert to the truth or be conquered by it. Now, we know in this universe, or in existence, there are only but 2 things, which is truth and falsehood, right? And truth is that which is eternal, that which can never change or pass away, while falsehood is that which can. Falsehood is that which is temporary. Now, falsehood, because in all truthfulness, right, we must look at the fact that we say in the Moorish Science of America that truth is art and art is a law. Now, the very first part of it is truth is art. Art means all. So even what we're calling falsehood in some way must be partially true. And that's why we call falsehood truth reversed. Right? Because it's something that was true, but is no longer true. It is something that is supposed to have been true, or following the true path, and it's been turned back. Right? Just like we were talking about before, the Surat al-Mustaqim, that straight narrow path to our victory. Some has been marching this way, the truth, and some has reversed it and causes resistance to go backwards. And now that falsehood becomes resistance to the truth still trying to go forward. Right? Now, if enough truth is set forward, it will overcome, it will march over that falsehood. In fact, it will hit that falsehood so hard, it will reverse it back into the truth. It will force the falsehood to reveal the truth about itself. Thus, it will no longer be falsehood. This is the destiny of all things that try to go against the truth. To be conquered, to be overcome, to be overrun, to be marched over. Those that followers of falsehood want you to believe that there's an internal struggle between Allah and his creation called Satan, the devil, peace, and whatever other terms you want to use, Lucifer, whatever terms you want to use. There is no eternal war between the creator and creation. Anytime the creator wants creation to disappear, be gone, that's what it is. There is no eternal struggle between truth and falsehood. Truth cannot change or pass away. It is eternal. Falsehood is not. It is those who are followers of falsehood who are trying to make you believe that falsehood has a chance by saying there's a struggle. There's some kind of equality in power. And it's not. The only real struggle is, are you going to do the right thing or are you going to do the wrong thing? Are you going to follow truth or are you going to follow falsehood? That's it. That's the eternal struggle. What are you going to do with the free will, the choice you've been given, the power that you've been given? Right? Are you going to be righteous or are you going to be wicked? That's it. Everything else is already under Allah's power and control. Only we have made these decisions. The ones that I was speaking about earlier, Satan, Iblis, Lucifer, and all them other ones, all of them made a conscious decision. If you ever look at any of those stories, they made a conscious decision to do what is wrong. While those we call angels and prophets and ministers and messengers and everything else, those are the ones who have made the decision to do what's right. They have made a decision to be the embodiment of truth. They have made a decision to be a truth made manifest. While those other ones are otherwise. Now, as truth and falsehood, right? Truth being eternal, falsehood not being eternal, being temporary. The only constant is change. Which one is going to naturally dominate? I want you to just think about it for a minute. Which one will be here in the end? Which one has the sure victory? Truth or falsehood? Which one do you represent in your everyday actions? Which one are you being? Which one are you manifesting? Which one do you represent? Truth or falsehood? So when I say convert to the truth or be conquered by it, I'm telling you the truth. Now, as the righteous, those who choose to do what is right, represent and manifest the truth, in this day and time, we have had one that was sent to us, who was the first true manifestation of the truth. The first true manifestation of what is right for us to do. That was Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He came with his eyes wide open, seeing and knowing the truth and carrying out the law of Allah, the divine law. Now in this day and time, there are new Moors who have stepped on the scene. New Moors who also have their eyes wide open, who are also seeing and knowing, and who follow the Prophet, who is following Allah to a destiny that is not unknown or uncertain, because that destiny is victory. And I don't use the term new more lightly. You know, in the Moor Science of America, it has become a popular idea. It has become a story catchphrase type thing where everybody coming out who has some new idea is calling themselves a new Moor. You know, and all these new strange ideas are doing nothing but taking you further from the truth, taking you further from the Prophet's law, taking you further from Allah's law, taking you further away from Islam, taking you further away from everything we're supposed to be doing as a nation of people. Right? This is not why we call ourselves here in this temple group the New Moors. We call ourselves this because we have established ourselves with our eyes wide open. We've established ourselves seeing and knowing the whole absolute truth. We've established ourselves according to the will of Allah. We have established ourselves according to the intentions of the Prophet to fulfill the will of Allah. And we have done this by the command of Allah. Not only the command given to Prophet Muhammad, not only the divine preparation given to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but what I have been given to do by Allah. This is what we're leading on to. We are those new Moors. All of this is part of fulfillment of prophecy, the end of time, the fulfilling of prophecy. You know, but I want to talk a little bit further about this struggle, this so-called struggle. In the sixth pillar of Islamism is jihad, the holy war. Right? It's not just war, but it's holy war. It's war fought to bring the world into a state of holiness, to bring the world under the divine laws of Allah. Love, true peace, freedom, and justice. That's the war. Now, in Islam, they say there's two parts of that war. There's the greater jihad, there's the lesser jihad. The greater jihad is the inner battle between the higher self and the lower self, over control of the person, over control of the body. Who will control the person's actions? Will the person be a representation manifesting the higher self, or will he be a representation manifesting the lower self? Right? Will he be righteous or will he be wicked? Then the lesser jihad is the war between those who have chosen to be the righteous and those who have chosen to be the wicked. Those who have chosen the lower selves over Allah. While we, the righteous, the Muslims, have chosen Allah over our own lower selves, have chosen our higher self over our own lower selves. And that naturally becomes conflict, truth versus falsehood. And all false things must perish. You know, so what will you do? Will you convert? Will you take on the higher self? Will you take on the laws of Allah over your lower self? Or will you be conquered? Will you take on the lower self, which naturally, all false things must perish. Naturally, you must fade away. Naturally, you must pass away. Naturally, you must go away, according to the will of Allah, according to all universal law. Which one will you be? Which one will you represent? Which one will you manifest? Which one will you be the embodiment of? And then when you make that decision, all responsibilities that come with that decision, all consequences that come with that decision become yours. That becomes your destiny. And you can't blame nobody but yourself. This is why I'm warning you. Convert to the truth or be conquered by it. Convert to Allah or be conquered by it. Convert to Islam or be conquered by it. Before the end of time, every knee will bow to Islam.